I have not seen the wild, overpowered perks that I saw yesterday. And in the first run of the day, we didn't see a halfway decent wand for the entire run. I was actually pretty glad for it to end. Dickhead. Oh, well. He's coming. Oh, I thought that was another one. I was like, get out. How many of them are there? What do you got for me? I mean, it's an okay wand, I guess. What do you got for me? That gold's dead to me. I just need a body of water to fill this beaker up in. It's pretty interesting. Can't see shit. It's your origin story. You're a DC villain now, dummy. I knocked you into a vat of chemicals. Now you gotta fight Batman. Jackspot, what's going on, man? Honest to God, I've not seen a regular body of water. Oh. I spoke too soon. Hey, where are you at, bud? Thought he was down here somewhere. Was he not in a little holding cell with something else? Wasn't there like health with him or something? Oh, he was up here, huh? Was he up here? I don't know. Oh, sure was. There he is. Hold on. Hold that thought a minute. Let's set him up a little surprise. I hate that. It's the consequences of my own actions. There's a mod for Noita called The Binding of Noita. Ah. Looks like I'm safe to go claim my prize. Gravity, teleport bolt, and lightning bolt. Dude, lightning bolt would be dope. I would use it very carefully. The idea of having something with a little power behind it feels really good right now. Y'all got any of them mufalettas that we've been talking about? Yoink. This guy doesn't give up. This music does have strong Risk of Rain 2 vibes. I found almost no gold on this run either.
This is
Yo, Smash, tier 1, 52 months. A gifted sub from JJ Madison. Wish I had today off. It's negative 25 outside. Easy, crazy. I gotta figure out. It's not that kind of weather here, not by a damn sight. I gotta figure out what I gotta, like, I need to figure out a storage solution for the patio furniture cushions. They do not fit in the ottoman that came with it, and the ottoman that came with it is not watertight. It is currently raining on them a little bit right now, which is not the end of the world. But I prefer not to accidentally have those things like mildew right as I first have come into ownership of them. I have no desire to fight you. Oh, yeah? Sold! To the far more dangerous wand. Haha! Yeah. gaining altitude. He's down there somewhere plotting, scheming against me. Canvas covers, maybe. So those cushions are weather resistant, but they're not like waterproof. You know, if that makes sense. They are weather resistant, but not waterproof. Oh, no. I got good sleep last night, but man, I feel kind of sluggish today. If I'm being honest with you. Fucking idiot frogs. Doing down there? God damn, someone's popping off over here. Oh, this guy is. Boy's gonna hate this though. I'm gonna blow this up. No, I'm not. Don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. Ah! I'm only hitting that man for 4 with a saw blade. I was hoping to find ways to deal with that water and maybe go get the health upgrade over there. But it's very scary. I got the torch, which means I can see, which is nice. Oh god. My head still hurts from the COVID booster. Fuck you, bud. Boy. Luckiest man alive, honestly. I even killed the friend behind him. That man knew he was running for his life. That man knew he was out here fleeing for his goddamn life. Bank shots are gratifying. I fucking ate that. Maybe we fucking go, huh? What if we just left? What if we decided to get that gold right there? Because we earned it. Then what if we explored just the teensiest bit through here, you know? Ooh, boy. My hands are wet. Oh no. No, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get down there. I could just bail the water out a little bit at a time. Reg, what's going on, man? That's what I'm saying. There's historically a health refill in here. This will take forever, but I'm not going anywhere. Just getting back from the gym. Happy Tuesday. Good for you, dude. I got nothing but time. Yeah, lowly henchman, sure. I'll take quality of life tips here. I mean, I've only got... Hold on. I kind of want to clear this out so that the bomb gets exactly where it needs to be. I've cut through it with lasers before. Sure, lowly henchman. I've cut through it with lasers before, but I wasn't certain whether or not these last two bombs were gonna be able to do the deed, as it were. I don't have the perk that allows me to alter wands on the fly. I also don't have that particular light projectile spell. Nowhere, nowhere to be found. Negative. I have that and that's it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna burrow back up. I'm already here. I don't feel like fighting Steve today. Oh, look at that. It sure as shit does blow through the rock. We're gonna let this do its thing for a minute. I was hoping to find a wand with a laser on it. That'd make that so much easier. Yeah. This is less taxing mentally when it comes to, you know, bailing. I did go past the cave to the next area. I had underwater breathing and a torch. And I had peace with your gods, so I did burrow back up because it didn't have any negative consequences. It took me for fucking ever, though, because I didn't have the right burrowing equipment. It's our first health upgrade. Get the fuck out of here. That's not where I meant to be. Oh, I'm a dead man. There's no way. Don't you come after me. Oh, no. We're gonna end up having to bail if I want that health refill. Or I could just fucking leave. The health refill is literally just a health refill. You know where else there's a health refill? Oh no. Oh, race! Race against time. What? Why are you there? I either want to re-roll it or get an extra perk. I kind of want to get an extra perk. And chain lightning to replace this. Immune to fire, you say? That'll do for now, I think. Fuck, it's lunchtime. When did it become lunchtime? Fast. I could have just poured water in there, but I'm so impatient. I've been rewarded with more bombs! Never punished. I'm so immune. Ooh. If you have pizza on a bagel, you get a pizza anytime, I hear. Dude, I was thinking about that song just the other day. I had bagel bites stuck in my head. I found myself craving bagel bites so bad. I think I've just been on like a tomato and red sauce kick recently. So much so that I know for a fact that later on this week I'm gonna make spaghetti and meatballs, and I think it's just because I really badly want like good meatballs and spaghetti and like thick spaghetti sauce, and that's just tons and tons of spaghetti sauce. Oh no. What are you up to down there, me? Get him around corners. Oh, I've made this mistake before. Fuck! Where is he? Ah! I thought I had him with that one. I may have got me with that one. Oh no, this is it. I have to get him with this one. Oh, I did! Fuck you, buddy! Mutually assured destruction. Eat my ass, you dick! Oh, I can't catch a break today. So many dead ends. I just wanted to check his wand. Oh. Eye drop's good. Oh, they feel so good. Like, it's a pain in the ass to put them in. I wish it was like Cyberpunk Edge Runner, where I could just like click a button under my thumbnail and it would just dispense like windshield wiper fluid. But damn, does that feel good. Damn, does that feel good. Dude, if my wife ever cleans out my trash, she's gonna think I jerk off in here constantly. With the number of eye drop Kleenexes there are in there that are just wadded up and wet in one spot. I assure her that I assure her that jerk off Kleenexes never end up in the garbage in this house. I don't go through lengths to explain to her that they end up flushed down the toilet so that nobody has to accidentally stumble upon them. But it's really hard to believe that statement when your trash can is half full of lightly dabbed, crumpled up tissue papers that are not folded. Gotta make them sewer babies. Ugh. Just wait until your boys are older. What was it? There was a comedian who said, "Have you ever stubbed your toe on a sock?" I tried to explain to Amber that she is, she's in for a real treat when puberty hits. She's gonna get super confused the first time that one of my boys, who clearly don't enjoy doing chores, begs her to let them do their own laundry. I tried to explain it to her. I was like, baby, you're so blessed right now. And she's like, why? And I was like, because right now there's only one person jerking off in this house when he's not too tired and doesn't think that anyone's awake. That's uncalled for. Wait until both boys hit puberty. Then my very considerate jerking off will be the least of your problems. I'm on fire. That's not how I saw that whole polymorph juice going down. Neat wand. Does it come in functional? There we go. Rad. I made, listen, I'm not taking ownership for that. I didn't make that mess. A mess was made, let's put it that way. Fine. I don't think this is going anywhere cool, but it might not be going anywhere cool. Criminally. Holy shit. I was trying to help you guys out. For sure, Dynamite Man. Oh my god. For sure, Dynamite Man was blowing you guys up. Hey, Grump, what's going on? The games have been rough. The games have been rough today. We have not really made it too terribly deep into the game in any aspect. I've made some questionable decisions with which perks I've taken, just to see if I could make it work. I've also had like entire floors where I didn't see a wand. Had entire floors where I wasn't really permitted to get any gold. That first run that we had, the first run of the day was, that first run of the day was, sure something. It was, every wand we picked up had like a 2-second delay on it. Which was obviously less than ideal. Oh, let me out of here. Yeah, the last run I got killed by my ghost. Can't tell if I'm hungry or tired or what. Feel very sluggish today. We'll just wait. We were stupid and rushed in there last time. We'll wait this time. Oh boy. Taffy, I'm pretty caffeine resistant and I'm willing to admit I may have made some mistakes here. How much caffeine have you consumed? Brain and body are sluggish, so I moved to sit at my desk. Plus that I've been standing for over an hour today. I think I'm making Baja fish tacos tonight. I might even be making my own beer battered fillets. Mostly just because I've got red cabbage slaw that I need to use up, and the boys aren't just gonna eat it as is, but they might eat it if I ask them to put it on a... They might eat it if I ask them to put it on a fish taco. What makes them Baja? It's gonna be a mayo that's food processed with chipotle peppers and adobo sauce and cilantro and a squeeze of lime, along with a red cabbage slaw. There goes all that bone dust. Damn, dude, taking those headshots like a champ. Yeah, flavor. Like, you know, think about anything that was ever called Baja from, like, Taco Bell. And more often than not, it's got, like, chipotle and adobo, like, chipotle mixed in. It's got a little bit of lime mixed in, a little bit of cilantro. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, yeah, Baja Blast is a different thing, obviously, but yeah, it's also very good. Yeah, it's that it has a chipotle sauce on it. Mayonnaise, lime juice, chipotle chilies, and adobo sauce. Garlic. It's gonna be good. Whee. It's a pretty okay wand for what it's worth. I'm so tired and uncomfortably energetic at the same time somehow. I do feel like I'm at the place now where all morning all I've had is coffee and caffeinated beverages. I probably just need some water. Whenever I pull myself together enough to go make some lunch, Which I'll have to go see what the oldest thing I have in there is. The oldest thing I have in there might be some leftover Japanese curry and rice. But when I pull together lunch, I may want to take my water bottle down there and fill it up with some fresh ice water. I think I really just need to hydrate, I think is what's going on right now. I got a bit of a headache. Elotes. I've tried to make my own version of elotes before. I liked it okay. I'm sure that like the authentic Mexican street-made version of it is probably way better. Let me put this shit out real quick. I'm gonna drown this motherfucker. My wife and kids were not crazy about it when they tried it though. But I do like it. I've liked what I've had of like my little basic soccer Karen suburban mom version of elotes has been. So I have to imagine the real stuff is probably very good. This guy self-terminate? I have no idea where this man went. We found common ground. Oh, I don't know. It may be too little, too late. Considering elotes would be like the only thing you could eat from that hawker stall. Oh, you have elotes? That sounds great, I'll have that. Great, do you want any tacos? What kind of tacos do you have? Carnitas and steak. No, that sounds gross. I'll just take the mayonnaise corn, please. Hello? Nope. Got a date tomorrow night. Very nice. Amber said at some point she'd like to take me out on a date. Rookroller came in here and gave us a whole bunch of money the other day and put it towards that. So at some point I'll have to try to make that a reality. I have to assume there are people in Mexico who don't like meat. Yeah, I would also assume that there are vegetarians in Mexico. Do you like chicken? Some chicken not on the bone. It sounds like it sounds like you like meat the way that like 8-year-old me liked meat. What do you like? Chicken tenders. Do you like steak? It's too much work. Do you like pork? I've only had pork chops. No, I don't. I'm gonna guess that if it's fish, it can't have bone, like it can't have bones, like no work on the bones. No fish. Fish is gross. Yeah, no, you would make a great... Have you ever entertained being a vegetarian? It sounds like you live next door to vegetarian. You might as well just move your shit over. Have you ever considered literally moving next door to vegetarian? Because your property's adjacent to them right now. You're waving at vegetarians over the fence. Oh, fish is fucking delightful. Fish bones is a pain in the ass to work around. Oh, I've been seeing. Oh my god, I've been seeing. That's my goal. I've been seeing recipes for like. I'm gonna butcher the name of this. Chiapino, 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 Ciapino, Ciapino, Sayapino, Ciapino, Duapino, Ciapino, Ciapino, Grigio, Chapino, Fisherman Stew. Shit looks dope as hell. But I can't make it because I think everybody in my house has a problem with one or more of the ingredients. Like Amber doesn't do mussels or clams. I think the boys would struggle with the fish. But it looks so stinking good to me. This area is a lot. I'd never go. Oh, fucking sushi. Oh, sushi. I could get why you wouldn't like sushi. It makes sense. It's a very... If you can't get out of your head that it's raw fish and you just never vibe with the texture, I can see not liking sushi. But I fucking adore sushi. I don't know that there's a whole lot different from a bouilla base. I've never had Chapino, Chopino, Chopanino. It looks more Manhattan clam chowder than bouillabaisse. The bouillabaisse that I've had has been much lighter. But it looks like it, again, lives in the same neighborhood. I've just never been able to make this because... Oh, are you serious? Oh, this is not good. What do you mean nobody tell him? I'm on a recipe screen and then something crawled up my ass while I was trying to look at a recipe because it wandered from the other side of the map to fight me. Yeah, y'all had to sit that one out because otherwise I could go to my stream deck and change scenes and die in the process. Yeah, y'all are just gonna have to imagine that fight because I was not taking my hands off the keyboard to change the scenes. Yeah, Amber doesn't do clams or mussels. Sometimes Rory doesn't do shrimp. Sometimes he does. And sometimes the boys get wishy-washy about fish that isn't fried. That said, yeah, I would love to bathe in this soup. As opposed to a bouillabaisse, which I'd imagine... I spelled it wrong, but I know that Google will save me. I have to imagine that a bouillabaisse is very close, but it just looks much lighter. At least in my mind's eye, and it looks like in practice. It strikes me as being a much thinner, much lighter broth. Whereas this is some hearty, deep red, tomato heavy and forward looking dish. I've been wanting to make that fisherman stew for a while, and I just can't. I don't think I could sell my family on it. Okay. Oh my god, what a shot. This fucking guy. I'm at a loss here. There we go. Fuck you. So I was... Oh no. I was down here talking to y'all, and that cornhole came, and I was down here tucked in this corner talking to y'all, and the acid monster came from clear the shit up this direction, meandered down here and found me, and I was tucked in this corner. I missed every single shot I took at him. He dodged every last one of them, and I ran out of mana, and I was like, yep, nope, Taffy, we can't see. You may not want to, based on what happens here. So he chased me all the way up here, and it was like fighting my ghost in the last run. Like I was trying to get him around corners and stuff like that. He tagged me up a couple of times. It was rough. I'm getting close to just calling this floor. I catch one more explosion. It's not working. That worked. I don't have a torch, though. Which is kind of a problem. Do I have anything illuminated? Sure don't. So I guess for now we explore and hope for the best. Those frogs are mean-spirited as shit. They're such small targets, too. I think they killed my man over here. Oh my god, no, fuck you. Oh, there he is. Down there just kind of being an asshole. Oh. You back off, jack off. The range. Good grief. Set yourself on fire, you have a torch? I mean, I could carry the cocksock in there. For anyone who doesn't think you can taste the decay of meat, some people are hypersensitive. Mine's hearing, taste, emotional touch, smell. When I smell or accidentally get the chicken instead of whatever I ordered, I can tell the second within taking a bite. Don't let people make you feel like you're crazy. I mean, you know, listen, I never in a million years would I tell somebody their opinions are wrong. That's just one of those situations, though, where my understanding of reality wildly deviates. My perception of reality wildly deviates from theirs. And it may be something like, you know, like cilantro, right? Like, I think cilantro tastes awesome. Chefs I enjoy can't stand cilantro. So that just is what it is. Oh, Taffy, Wednesday said other people make them feel crazy for saying meat smells wrong. No, I'm pretty sensitive. Like, I'm pretty sensitive about some things with meat, for sure. Like I watch what, Mike Chen, and he'll eat things like pig ears, or he'll eat fatty beef, and he'll talk about how, you know, oh, I'm hitting this great spot with this like tendon, or I'll eat this pig ear. He's like, oh, the cartilage is so good, and I'm like, man, I don't know. If I hit crunch in meat and it's not because it's fried, I don't think so. I don't think that's for me. If I hit a crunch in meat and it's not because it's fried, I lock up pretty bad. So like, if there's something that's just genuinely off-putting, and if it's because you're just hypersensitive to smell, I can see it. I 100% have had, like I was saying, I made hamburger the other day and it smelled funky as shit. It grilled up just fine, but I had to get over the fact that even when it was okay, it smelled kind of gross. I wish I could see. I know it's over there. Damn it. Need a torch. Or a wand with light spells on it. Yeah, no, Twiggy Wings, I'm not that bad with like seeing the remnants of animal. But I am that bad if I hit cartilage. Not only might I not be done, like if I hit cartilage or if I hit gristle, not only may I not be eating whatever that meat was anymore, like my entire meal might be locked up. For me, that's a texture thing, and I always find that like cartilage or gristle also has like a funky flavor to it that is unlike the rest of the meat, and that is one of those things that if I hit a big honking piece of gristle in like noodle meat, or if I hit a piece of gristle on like a drumstick for a chicken or something like that, I'm getting better about just being able to walk around it. But there's still a part of me that like instantly my like 8-year-old brain just goes, I don't want to eat anymore. Done with food, thanks anyway. Yeah, veins and tendons is why I can't do on-bone chicken. That's fair, I can see that. That makes sense. Been pescatarian for like 7 years now, maybe. It started because of a loss of appetite for my meds, then all the things that grossed me out about meat were amplified, and I just stayed off it. That's fair.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Amber found herself very much not enjoying meals that she absolutely enjoyed before when she was pregnant. She had a hormonal change during her pregnancy. At one point, I went to go make bratwursts, which, I mean, good sausages were always a staple because they were cheap, and it was just a nice way to mix up, like, having cheap-ass hot dogs. Plus, with the leftovers, you could, like, cut it up and put it on rice or, you know, beans or whatever. So we'd get like bratwursts or Italian sausages or something and do that instead of hot dogs, and with whatever leftovers we had. I really think that's the end of this floor. With whatever leftovers we had, we try to soup them up a little bit. But I made bratwurst one time while she was pregnant, and the smell alone, she made me throw away the pan. Not only did I have to throw out the food, I had to throw away the pan it was in. She just couldn't fucking hack any of it. She had the same thing happen with chicken livers. There's a place called Lee's Famous Recipe that does the fucking dopest chicken livers. fried chicken livers and then 2 sides and a biscuit, I think, for like $6. Lee's is so good. And Amber and I used to sit down with a $6 thing of livers from Lee's and work it over as a meal for 2 when we were budgeting. And that was something that it took her years to get back into because after she got pregnant, she just couldn't stand it. Aaron, tier 1, 29 months. Good morning, Taffy and friends. Just got home from work and I've tried something new. Barbecue flavored tortillas. Boy, are they so good. First time I had a real cheeseburger, literally the only thing I miss. At first, I felt so guilty, and I was like, listen, a burger once in a blue moon for a person with low iron isn't the end of anything. Yeah, sausage is a great protein to add to pasta. Yeah, you take sausage, leftover sausage that you didn't eat in a bun with some spicy mustard, you cut that sucker up, you throw it on rice with ragu, you throw it on pasta with ragu. You got yourself a nice cheap meal. Throw some hot pepper flakes on there. Little bottled powdered parm. I'd have lied to my wife and hit that pan. Dude, she wanted me to throw it out the fucking kitchen window. I was like, baby, we live in an apartment complex. That's a great way to get evicted. I'll take it outside. She's like, don't bring it back in. And I was like, well, I guess I'll throw it away. Can't stand liver. I tried. Don't have a picky taste, but it tastes like poison. It is a very metallic. It's very organ meat-y. It is very minerally. But damned if I haven't grown to like that. That and pâtés. Pâtés, as long as they're not too gelatinous. Because I still don't do gelatinous very well. I don't do gelatin. But if you give me like a smooth pâté on like a toast, like a toasted square, or if you do it on like a nice whole grain cracker or something like that, probably better a butter toasted square. Or even better, shit, you know what I could go for right now? Oh, I can see it in my head. Damn it, chat. Help me with this. Comes in a tube. And it's really good on like Ritz crackers with red onion. I think it's like a Wurst. Yogurt? Are you talking about like Go-Gurts? Comes in a tube. Fun Dip! Braunschweiger, that's it. Toothpaste. Toothpaste is something that I muscle through every night. I hate the texture and I hate the taste. I honest to God, it took having my dentist tell me that my teeth were in jeopardy for me to start brushing my teeth twice a day because I just fucking hate toothpaste so much. Braunschweiger, that's exactly it. Braunschweiger with some red onion on a Ritz cracker. Fuck, it's so good. I could eat 20 of those things. Fucking Braunschweiger, thank you so much, Lurtz. Amber introduced me to that. Amber, of all people, marched Braunschweiger into our world. Ew, no. The fruitier toothpaste tastes the worse it is to me. My favorite toothpaste growing up was Pepsodent. Because it was chalky and gritty instead of, like, gooey. And it just tasted like medicinal. It tasted as bad as I felt like the experience was.
Of the newest denizen of the cave.
And honestly, I'm kind of the same way with like medicines now. Like when my kids have medicines or toothpaste or mouthwashes and it smells like fucking Wonka's factory. It smells like, you know, like somebody opened up a box of Mike and Ike's or Sprees or, was it, Fruits of Plenty or Fruits, what's the name of the little chalky gum candy? Not Sweet Tarts. Not Fruit by the Foot. There's like the little chalky miniatures. Tiny bananas, tiny apples. Like they were actually shaped like the fruit. Was it Runts? It might be Runts. Yeah! Yeah, when my kids open up a thing of toothpaste or they open up a thing of mouthwash or they open up a thing of cough syrup and it smells like I just stuck my nose into a bag of runts, I'm like, ugh, ugh, no thank you. I will take Pepsodent and the original gold-colored Listerine. Thank you very much. Dragon D, what's going on, man? I've gotten to the point where, like, I have to use the purple Listerine now because it's fluoride. But I use the most bitch basic version of Colgate Total and the fluoride Listerine because I have to. And I hate it. But I hate it way less than, like, ooh, it's half gel and half toothpaste and it tastes like bubble gum. Blech. No, thank you. Tier 160 months, Mr. Ryan Fish, and gifted stuff from Jackspot. You're both the best. Runts. Fucking runts. I did dig on runts. I do gummy bears. That's the weirdest thing, is that there's chew. Gummy bears, if they were the resistance that they are in the first half of the bite, all the way through, I don't think I could do gummy bears. If gummy bears like melted, if you put them on your tongue, I don't think I could do gummy bears or gummies or gummy worms or whatever. But the fact that when you hit the middle, there's resistance, which creates chew. A bag of Haribo gummy bears is kind of one of my favorite gummy bears and peach rings.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Gummy bears and peach rings and stuff like that are gumdrops. Chef's kiss. Not the mint ones. Mint gumdrops can kick rocks. What a fucking waste of sugar. But, yeah. Gummies are fine, weirdly enough. I fucking adore jelly beans. I love Haribo gummy bears. Rusty, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub. Gross, Michael. What, Alexis? Haribo gold gummy bears are the goats. That is that, and I would say gas station peach rings. I'm hungry enough now that we're gonna take a little pause inside this room and I'm gonna go make some lunch. These runs have been tough. I would say that like gas station peach rings are also goated, but I was sent these by a viewer through Throne. These are the best goddamn peach rings I've ever seen in my life. With tahini on them, chili and lime peach rings, and then on top of that, they're shaped like a they're shaped like a bundt cake. They're shaped like a ring bundt cake. They're like tall. They're like little crowns. So like they got a good chew to them. They got a really good chew to them. So like it's not bouncy. It's almost like it's the consistency of a good gumdrop, where just your tooth just kind of glides through, but there is a good chew to it, and it's not springy. It's just substantial because it's so tall. And then it's covered in that tahini, and that shit, I kind of want to snort that. Like I need that sent to me, and I'm gonna freebase it because that shit seems like magic. I've never had it before except on that peach ring. But honestly, I may have to track some down because that shit may be the greatest thing to happen to me since Lowry's seasoning salt. There's a whole stand of the tahini flavored candies at Winco. I'll snap a picture if you want to see what else you might want to try. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. They make little tahini bottles to go. Yeah, honestly, that's the kind of shit that you want to carry in your like purse or your travel bag just to have with you. You know, you get like real basic mid fries from someplace. Found it at the grocery pretty frequently. I'm sure I could find it. I'd never even heard of it though. That was the thing. It just caught me off guard. Yeah, I've seen tahini on vanilla ice cream. I've seen tahini on the peach rings. I saw a TikTok influencer who apparently just never really fucked with pickles. I think she's a British TikToker who's like in her 20s who just never really fucked with a good dill pickle before. And the Americans were like, get, from Amazon, get like the pickle in the bag with a substantial amount of pickle brine. And they were like, do yourself a favor, cut the top off, stick a straw in there, and take a nice little glug of the pickle brine. And so she did that, and she was like, that's actually weirdly good. And then she took a big bite of the pickle, and she was like, well, shit, that's really good. And then she pulled out a bottle of tahini and topped that off and said, the Americans said to try this as well. And then she put the tahini on the pickle, and then she took a big bite of that, and then it jump cut to her like a fiend putting the last of the pickle in her mouth, just going back and forth between the pickle and tahini. And I was just like, yeah, no, I gotta track this shit down. This shit is culinary crack cocaine, and I need more. I'll put that shit on everything once I finally get it. You've now become my Mexican wife, pouring tahini on literally everything. If it's not in like Kroger, I'm sure it's probably in Kroger, but if it's not in Kroger, the next time I go get dumplings at that international market, Latin food is just as like Latin American food is just as prevalent there as like Chinese or Korean or Japanese food is. So I mean that's the place I go to get like my dried peppers. So if they don't have it at like Kroger, they'll sure as shit have it at the international market I go to. Sean, I saw and then I really do have to go make some food, and then we'll come back up and hang out some more. I'm gonna take this downstairs and get some like ice water instead. I was watching a TikTok of a woman who bought a bar in Scotland, and then she went and got a jar of, at their store they called them sandwich gherkins. There's just dill pickle chips. And then she took the big jar of pickles back to the bar so that she could give people shots of Jameson with pickleback shots of the brine. And it was just funny to watch all these Scotsmen basically being like, why would you want me to fuck up a perfectly good shot of Jameson? And then watch them go shoink, shoink, and then sit there for a second and go, that's not bad. Every last one of them, as she went around the room, saw the person before them go, that's not bad. And then they would try it, and it just kind of gained momentum as it went around the room. All right, Noita, be kind. Perk lottery it is. That's a good question. Lisa wants to know if Timon is still in the hospital. That's why I like to use a bit of pasta water at my sauces for some of my starchiness to go. Yeah, like pasta water is something I discovered over the last couple of years too. The magic that is using pasta water to make your stuff glossy. Timon, what exactly, I forget, I'm sorry. What exactly are you in the hospital for? It was nice to hear that you had a good day, though. That's an okay wand. When the fuck did I even pick this up? That's an okay wand, too. That's a less okay wand. Whew. Angling hard for that VIP badge and getting injured, but showing up to stream is the only way to get it. Oh. Excuse me. Very burpy all of a sudden. Jadestone, what did I miss? Fucking risotto slaps. 10 pounds of spare ribs, 20 pounds of brisket, cube steak, and flank steak. I'd be turning that flank steak into, broccoli beef like tonight. I'd be getting that brisket ready to go on the Traeger. Good grief, that is a lot of meat. Lucky duck. Surprise, motherfucker! I had weakness, leg weakness, fell from my shower bench, couldn't get up, called 911, now doing rehab, my legs are getting stronger every day. I'm glad to hear that it seems to be going well. I'm sorry that you got ill in the first place. Yeah, I hope it rebounds ridiculously quick. Ooh, Billy. There we go. That's the second time recently that I feel like it's trying to give me Flamuxium. There's a little guitar strum in this that always makes me think that it's about to start U2's Mysterious Ways. Alyssa, I hope you have an awesome Tuesday. Legend has it it's the greatest day of the week. I didn't do what I hoped it would. I don't want to go around. I guess I'm going around. Dude, I have come around on mushrooms. I did not like mushrooms when I was a kid. But that shit is a joy to me now. Better. Nice catch. Ran out of up juice. No. Yes. I hate when I run out of up dog. Yeah, Darko. My parents were a little bit like that. Dad races on mushrooms, onions, and venison. Sink or swim. I'm not quite like... My thing with my kids is that, like, my mom made what she knew to make, and a lot of that had to do with either what my dad hunted or what Betty Crocker had a recipe for. And a lot of that shit either came out of the fields in South Central Idaho, or the woods of South Central Idaho, or it came out of a can. And for the most part, we were, you know, eat or don't eat, but this is dinner. I'm trying to do that with my kids a little bit, but I'm also doing it with them with, like, this is Cuban food, and this is Japanese food, and this is Indian food, and this is from the Philippines, and this is, you know, I don't want them to go to college and get around people and be the only person there who's never had Thai food before. You know, once they get out into the real world, they gotta go out with their friends. I want them to have a refined enough palate to be able to hold their own and go, you know what? We did burgers yesterday. Why don't we change it up a little bit and go get like tapas instead? Or why don't we change it up a little bit and get like street tacos instead? Or Italian, like good Italian, like real Italian. Like cacio e pepe as opposed to like Olive Garden. Yep, a lot of back of box recipes. My mom has openly admitted that when it came to cooking, she really had no idea what she was doing. She was, you know, she lost both of her parents when she was 19 and got married to my dad that same year. So she was all of a sudden went from being a kid to being responsible for feeding a grown-ass man-child who was used to getting his 3 square every day with the army. So she just had to piece together pretty fast. Now she's reaching a point where she's interested in cooking the way I'm interested in cooking. We're both kind of at the same level because she, you know, hasn't had the freedom necessary to like experiment until now. Lilith, what's going on? Welcome. I've been good, I think, as far as I can tell. I wish my parents would have done something like that, but when I tried Mexican food as a teen, I turned into a fiend. I was that way in my 20s, like, it wasn't that we never had anything that was even remotely outside the realm of possibility. But if we were having Chinese, it meant that we were either having Chinese food from the Chinese place owned in Idaho, probably by fucking Mormon people, like white Mormons. We got super Americanized Chinese food. The irony is that we had a huge migrant worker population that has since taken over the town, so I'm sure that the Mexican food there is fucking dope now. But the only time that we got quote-unquote Mexican was when we went to Twin Falls 13 miles away and got Taco Bell. or got the the enchilada Hungry Man or Stouffer's TV dinner with the fried rice and the refried beans in pucks that came with it. Yeah, China Village did have an egg roll the size of a suitcase, and for some reason that just worked. That was also a place that had pork and seeds, so not all of it. I don't want to make it all sound like it was bad. Oh god, and the canned tamales. The Hormel canned tamales. If anybody's upset that we talk about appetizing food all day, I can bring up photographs of the canned Hormel tamales. Oh, Darko, you brought this on yourself! Sorry, chat, Darko's not seen it. Oh, isn't she a beaut? Yum, yum. What does that look like outside the can, you ask? Looks about like that. Once you get them out of their little corn husks, it goes out onto a can. It makes a noise. God, how do you describe it? Falls out of the can, hits all in one big cylinder, and then blossoms like a flower as all of the tamales fall apart because of gravity. And then there's little globs of fat and grease, like probably just pure saturated fat, congealed in between the tamales on this orange sauce. Yeah, that's the shit right there. You can see the little flap of the wrappers on there. And then once you, yeah, it is. It's the canned cranberry sound. That's exactly it. And then once you peel this off, if you were at my household, you put it in a microwave that looked very much like this. Big metal rim, probably the size of a coffin. You put it in the microwave, you pull it out, you hit it with black pepper. And if you were my mom, Heinz ketchup. Oh, my asshole, you can make them look like that. I guess. If you put them on a nice plate and hit them with fresh parsley. Otherwise... otherwise... That and, This was the origin of my hatred. This was the origin of my hatred for, watercress. La Choi's canned chow mein. If my mom said we were having Chinese food, she probably meant that. She probably meant that. That is another picture I can taste. Sorry, I got a guy who's about to pick a fight with me in the game. Yeah, that looks right. Yep, that looks about right. My mom used to do canned chow mein and canned tamales. This is my biggest regret. Oh, fuck, this is fun. Yeah, my mom tried her best, and we always ate. We were never hungry. She worked her ass off to make sure we were fed.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
But we're, my mom and I are both at a place now where we both have the money and the time necessary to actually try to cook better food and harder food and food whose ingredients cost a little more. That was not an option for us before. And so now she gets excited to share her successes with me, and her photos of the food she's cooking now do not resemble the food that she cooked back then. Oh, Darko Tim. Or TM. Darko trademark. Pleasure's mine. I like getting people in here who are excited to talk, you know? Makes my job easier. Makes my job easier. Especially about fun stuff.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Greeny gets the tier 1 sub to canned tamales. I'll be honest with you, they didn't taste that bad. Mostly I just tasted they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad, but there was something, I don't know, between that and the boil in the bag, between the canned tamales, I never really liked the canned chow mein. I could eat a lot of it, but it didn't taste as good. What was the name of that place, Lauren? China Garden? It tasted so much worse than even our, like, owned by probably Mormon white guys Chinese place in town. China Village. China Village, fuck yeah. China Village's stuff was so much better that it was hard not to daydream about wanting it to be even China Village's stuff as opposed to canned le choy. The little crispy, crunchy chow mein noodles that were on there were always the highlight. I would try to get as many of those as I could. Something about the tamales though, man, I could stomach those. I don't know why. I remember not feeling like I knew what hot garbage dog food that was. And I still got a little bit excited to eat it. And the same thing with the boil in the bag sliced beef and gravy. That I'm pretty sure that Stouffer's made or Banquet made or something like that. I put 1 or 2 of those on toast. I put 1 or 2 of those on just toasted bread. And especially as like a student athlete. Like I was you know, a football player and a baseball and basketball player and track and all that jazz. As a student athlete who sometimes was doing like 2-a-days. And as a guy who was going out like swimming with his friends and hitting the gym trying to be fit. The fucking calories, man. It was just nice. It was just nice to have the calories on hand sometimes. Because that was way more interesting to me than like a... Oh. That was way more interesting to me than like a sandwich. Like a cold cut sandwich. My mother's specialty meal was cube steak cooked in to the bounce consistency of a hockey puck and boiled spinach. My parents would do canned ranch-style beans, which I still enjoy and get from Kroger from time to time, but nobody else in my family will eat them. I don't think they're bad. Has anyone else ever had just canned ranch-style beans? I like ranch-style beans. I still like ranch-style beans. I used to keep that shit on hand in my dorm room. A can of ranch-style beans and a can of corn mixed together was my I don't want to leave my dorm room meal. But they'd also do like canned spinach, and it's only been within the last 5 or 6 years that my parents have started eating steaks mid-rare. So my dad would get these monster T-bones. I don't know, it was the 80s, so it was probably very expensive. It was like $1.60 or some shit like that. Back when people could afford stuff. But my dad would pay, I don't know, like $8 for a massive choice T-bone. And then he would cook it to mid-well, or well. And then they would serve it with, they would serve it with like canned spinach or canned asparagus. They'd serve it with like canned spinach or canned asparagus. And I was like, man, steak's not as good as they make it out to be in the movies. And also, vegetables are poison. Are you serious? That didn't hit? Went to someone last night to watch some Frostpunk. 5 viewers, absolutely okay. Was not okay. 45 minutes of silence. There have been times I've gone over to parts ad the only person and gotten more from him without saying anything aside from his back and forth. All of this to say is that you're very good at streaming, Taffy, and I appreciate you. It's so much easier with an audience. I can't, yeah, 45 minutes of silence. Dead air. Dead air. I have nightmares about dead air. Dead air scares the shit out of me. Dead air is like my nemesis. And I try really hard not to just talk for the sake of talking. Like, I try to maintain narratives and trains of thought. But I feel terrible when I do the same thing. Like, I go to somebody else's channel and go to check them out or give them support or whatever. Smaller channel, shit, sometimes bigger channels. And you get there and they're just not saying anything. It's like, man, you're not really a streamer. You're just gaming with an audience. Most traumatizing meal I ever had sounds very banal. My dad had nothing to make, so he took Eggos and put canned chicken gravy on them. No chicken, just the gravy. That's fucking awful. My mom only had 2 or 3, like, in years and like in decades. My mom only had a couple of flop meals. My mom only, like, a lot of the stuff she was doing was coming from, like, cans and bags and stuff. That stuff can be messed up, but, like... That stuff can be messed up, but it's not really on her if it doesn't taste good, because ultimately it tastes like whatever the fucking bag makes it taste like. But she had a couple of times where she was convinced that she was gonna piece something new and exciting together. And one of them was like a chicken and mushroom. It's like a chicken and mushroom rice dish. There we go. And there was just something about how all the ingredients came together that, like, we all just refused to eat it, my mom included. And we told stories about how bad that dish was as though it was folklore for years after that. It was just like the chicken was just kind of slimy and unseasoned. The mushrooms weren't particularly like my mom was the only person who really liked mushrooms at that point. The rice was gummy and kind of unseasoned. Like, she just kind of tossed a bunch of shit together and stirred it up. And even she had to admit that it was, like, nigh impossible to digest. But really, like, that's the only one that springs to mind. My mom still has a lot of meals that if she were to make them right now, even though they're pretty Betty Crockery, I would be pretty excited to eat them. Yeah, even my mom was like my mom took a bite, and normally she was very like, she wasn't the kind of person who like, I am this person. I am this person, and I don't know if it's to my detriment or if I just don't think as much of my kids as she thought of me. Maybe it's a little column A, a little column B. My mom was very much like, oh, my children are precious snowflakes. They're all exceptional and deserve to be valued and loved. My kids, I'm just like, well, my kids are special to me, but in the grand scheme of things, I ain't seen anything yet that makes me want to call a radio show and be like, you gotta hear what my kid does. So my mom was never the kind of person to be like, if you don't like food, then you can cook it. She was never the kind of person to lord over us the fact that, like, she cooked dinner because Lee and I didn't know how to cook, and Dad sure as shit didn't know how to do anything besides over-grill a steak, which he's fixed in years past, or in the years since. Like I said, they have over the years stopped overcooking steaks. But like my dad only knew how to grill, so my mom was never gonna be like, "Oh, you guys should cook," because if she took us up on it, I was making us ramen noodles. Leah was gonna make us tuna fish sandwiches, or Dad was gonna grill, you know, over grill steaks. Like those were our options if she didn't cook. And she also just never, like, she almost never bricked it up. But that one time with that chicken dish, it was so, we called it Marsha's Chicken Surprise. And the surprise was that it was fucking inedible. Yeah, that was one of the only times where she took a bite and looked around and was like, "We may end up ordering pizza, y'all. I'm sorry." And we're like, "Oh, come on now, Mom. It can't be that bad." And then we all took bites and we're like, "That is not fit for human consumption, Marsh. Sorry. Sorry, Mama. Love you. This is a crime against your Christian God." Trauma meals. My mom's initial attempts at pad thai, the peanut sauce should not have the texture or smell of cat vomit. Woof. I laid an egg recently. What did I lay an egg on? Meatloaf. I picked up a meatloaf recipe and decided to give it a shot. I'm still looking for a meatloaf recipe that makes meatloaf like I want to eat. I made a smoked meatloaf recipe that I pulled off the internet that I was not happy with at all. Neither were Amber and the boys, but I was the first one to admit that I had made a real dud. That was a real dud of a dinner. I felt pretty bad that I had wasted a meal on that. Otherwise, I don't think I've had anything that's been so gruesome that I've had to be like apologetic about it. My mom wasn't the cook in the household, almost burned down the house boiling pasta one day, and the meal resulting from that, we had to leave the house to let the smell air out. Oh my god. What the fuck was this man up to? My man had a flamethrower. On a good wand, too. Shit on a stick, that's good. I might just have to lose the dynamite here. I'll have to make do without the dynamite. I'm leaving here with that wand, that's for sure. I wish I'd used the dynamite one more time to get through here faster. For all his shortcomings, the ex is a pretty good cook. Luckily, the daughter is also a culinary artist, and I still get good food sometimes. I live on granola bars, otherwise I'm a grown-up. Amber has openly said that if she had it her way, she would 100% figure out a way to make food that she can subsist on, that comes in like protein bar. Yeah. That comes in like protein bar or pill form. I feel both valued and giggly in that every single time I leave to go to a con. Oh my. Every single time I leave to go to a con, I call like Amber to wish the boys good night. And she and I'll just kind of catch up for a second. Man, I didn't get any of that. I'll call Amber just to catch up and see how she and the boys are doing. And I'll say, okay, I left you enough stuff that you could... I'll be like, okay, baby, I left you enough stuff that you could make, I don't know, throw some stuff out there. Chicken piccata. I left enough stuff there so that you could make smash burgers. I left enough stuff there that you could make fish sandwiches. And then I'll call and I'll be like, hey baby, how's everything going? She's like, great. Oh. And I go, okay, cool. Are you guys eating? She's like, yeah, we're about to sit down for dinner. And I'll go, oh, cool, what are you having? No. I'm like, cool, baby, what are you having? And she'll say, oh, frozen chicken nuggets and tater tots. Oh, yeah? There we go. And then they'll do that for like 6 days in a row while I'm gone. I'll come back and tell them about how I ate at like a Michelin star restaurant. I'll also come back to the boys telling me how excited they were that mom was the one handling food. Because it meant that they got hot dogs, chicken nuggets, and cheese sticks all in the same day. Oh, come on. Come. Don't they have takeout money? Yeah? Yeah, I mean, obviously, if I'm spending X number of dollars, to eat fancy pants food with Nate, then they clearly have, you know, they don't need my permission, but they have my permission to spend as much money as they need to get what they need to eat. But Amber will get wrapped up with like getting stuff done around the house or whatever. And she'll lose track of time. And the next thing you know is it'll be basically time to eat. And at that point she won't want to order food. Because she won't want them having dinner an hour later than they normally do. So she'll go dig around in the freezer and just pull out whatever cooks. Tater tots and hot dogs. And the boys couldn't be more happy. Amber 100% is one of those people who forgets to eat, and then her entire meal ends up consisting of like a handful of tortilla chips because it was what was fast and near her. I'm starting to think I'm gonna need the dynamite back. And like I said, I respect it. Amber doesn't like cooking. My wife calls cooking a 2-hour drive to see a tent. Okay, I'm blind. Oh, that's not where you want to stand. And my wife calls cooking a 2-hour drive to see a 10-minute movie. Sorry, I'm just kind of focused on not dying in the fungal caverns. I'm beginning to wish I had my explosives back. Why is there so much irradiated bullshit here? need a diggy wand. Good. I'm glad. I hope it hurt. We're just gonna stay way the shit back and let this all sort itself out. Damn, it's already won. Damn, it's already won. Everything in here is like blocked off. That was scary for a second. I can't reach anything in this cavern. The fuck? Lots of splodies. Oh. We're gonna back all the way up. Oh my god! You fucking madman! You'll kill us all! Where did that maniac go? I think I found him. Let me guess, you have a mushroom wand. How could you tell? I'm just insightful. Sometimes, some players just get it, I think. Oh. Billy. I'm genuinely surprised by the fact that I may have to go back. I may have to go back and get the freaking... I may have to go back and get the, dynamite wand. Just so I can get at half the shit that's in here. A lot of dead stuff in here. Ugh. Nope. Don't find myself overwhelmingly want to deal with this. Ugh. I'm over here now. What were you carrying around, my guy? You literally just had a chainsaw wand, huh? Neat. The fuck was that? Oh, why? I'm stuck. The chainsaw spell is really good. I'm just not certain what I would replace. Maybe this one? Christ, cab, what are you doing? You fucking dead? If I survive... Oh, it's a pretty big if! If I survive long enough to go get that... dynamite wand and come back here and kind of clean this place out. Then I'll probably leave here with the chainsaw spell. I think we've killed just about everything. But there's still so much in there I haven't reached. Is that you, bud? That's bombs. Can't be mad at it. We can start with that. I got bad impulse control issues. Almost didn't see him. Almost didn't see him. Silly goose almost killed me. Oh, I fucking hate that. Let that burn out for a second. Can I even get all the way over here? Ew. Feels like a really good way to get myself super murdered. I just do. It's not the end of the world. It's gonna take a second. Oh yeah, the chainsaw can make, you know, I don't know a ton about it, but I understand that it is pretty powerful when used correctly. Oh, run, run, run. No. Maybe we didn't need to come look at all this bullshit. Fuck me. There we go, that's one. The fuck? Oh. Doesn't bring the recharge time down that much. No bueno. I did in fact use the nuke the other day. I managed to pull off a usage of it, which I felt pretty good about. Nate! Visit me, baby. I will cook for you. All I ask in return is that you bring me 9-way. Fly me 9-way in like a Coleman cooler so that I can reheat it when you get here. I gotta find an excuse to try those Don Don noodles from XCJ. Yeah, Alpha, it was pretty intense. I shot that nuke at an enemy. It blew up the entirety of the screen, basically. Oh my god. Found him. It blew up the entirety of the screen, basically. And like a Terminator movie, this Mama Jahambo comes out of the explosion and just keeps chasing me. It didn't take me long to kill him after that. But I was genuinely surprised. Does this take care of that? Oh. Ugh. Whatever, maybe we just go. I think we just get out of here. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? Darko still has your setup on his OBS. He has to make sure he doesn't go live on your channel from time to time. You can just slide right in there while the boyos party together. I'm super down to come out to Seattle whenever I can come up with an excuse. There's still so much food I have to eat from that city. I'm trying to find the safest way out of here. I can't fit through there, can I? Nope. Yeah, we're done. We're done with this area. I can't find anything else worth the effort. Ah, fine. No, Darkosto. Fellow broadcaster Darkosto. Super nice dude. Is Taffy going back to Seattle? Anytime I can help it. Well, I didn't like any of that. I was saying Taffy and family for spring break. Bring Mom Taffy out too. That's not a bad idea. I could warm up to that for sure. It's a fantastic idea. When's PAX West? It's fall of next year, isn't it? PAX West would be like during school, though. I mean, they could miss a Friday and a Monday. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Maybe we just don't bother with a con. We just turn it into a vacation. PAX would be the simplest one because then they actually get to like kind of see what their dad does or did or doesn't or whatever. These are all halfway decent ideas. Are you quitting on us? No, I always kind of work under the assumption that there's a finite number of years that you get to do this, almost like a athlete or a singer or whatever. I mean, there are people like who manage to reinvent themselves for decades. But I always operate under the assumption that the trapdoor's about to fall out from underneath me just in case I'm ever right. I don't know how to make any of these wands work. If Twitch died right now, what would you do? I'd probably try to move to YouTube. I wouldn't give up on content creation right away. I don't really want to do anything else. Honestly, what I want to do is I want to stream until I have enough money to retire, and then I want to stop working. Period. I'm an atheist. I don't think there's anything after this, so the moment I can stop working and enjoy my life, I would like that a lot. Dude, if you bring the kiddos out for spring break, we can go to Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens is a good ass time. Yeah, even my alternate idea of like I would just start trying to do like regional food reviews on TikTok and YouTube. Still keeps me in content creation. If content creation was just gone overnight or whatever, I don't know. I'd probably go to law school. I have thoroughly enjoyed making money. Money may be the root of all evil, but having money, or not having money, sucks really bad. So if given the choice between the two, I would much rather have money than not. I don't even know what, if anything, I want on this wand. This one's not bad. This one, I want this one to be good, but it's just fucking not. Ugh. Good. Fuck out of here. What a terrible but funny wand suggestion? No, I'm good. Thanks, though. My time on this game is pretty limited, so I'm gonna... My time on this game's limited. I gotta switch games here pretty soon. So I'm gonna try to just stay at it. That said, I'll probably be dead soon because this is also not going well. Yeah, my big overwhelming desire is that the company that bought Pretzel goes public and Nate makes it one of the most profitable companies in the world. Okay, I'll be hurt, it's fine. Nate makes it one of the most profitable companies in the world. And then I'm retired in my 40s. That's the dream. Because, you know, listen, I wouldn't be the first person in the world to go out and find a job that doesn't really mean anything to me other than a paycheck. People, most people on this planet have been doing that for most of their life. But if I'm being real with you, I also know what my brain is like. I also know what my brain is like when I have to work those kinds of jobs, and I'm a dark individual when I have to live in those spaces. I was holding this rock. This rock actually allows me. Oh, okay. Wow, what a shot. That rock actually allows me to be on fire without taking damage, which is obviously pretty nice. Psychon, what's going on, man? What is with all the burst of air wands, man? Okay. These guys are roughing me up. My aim is terrible. Trying to study for a test I have on Monday. I'm convinced I'm gonna fail and embarrass myself. How are you? I'm alright. Just kind of slogging through my Tuesday. The big thing that's weighing on me is that this is not me dogging on him. I think it's a fun idea. But Noah has convinced me to do a subathon in December. And it's just dawning on me that if I do the subathon when I can, during the window that I can do a subathon, if, heaven forbid, it's successful, then it means the idea that I had of potentially going to a professional hockey game is essentially spent. So I'm probably going to go through with this subathon. But if I go down that road and decide to actually do it, then I have to, legitimately plan the thing. Those things do not create themselves, Can I offer a piece of advice? It depends on what it's about. I have access to Seattle Kraken tickets? That'd be fucking exciting. When does Dallas come to Seattle? Dallas Stars, Seattle Kraken. March 23rd, March 13th. When's spring break? I gotta find out when the kids' spring break is. What? Go to hockey in January with the money from the subathon? The Stars don't come back around to this part of the country again. These two games in December are the only times they come to DC Or Raleigh. Unfortunately. That's a good wand. It's not as good as this wand. That poor rat. I'm running. Get fucked, you yutzes. I ran out of up juice. I think you should take some time for your life, for you, man. Life happens once. If you can afford it, take some time for you instead. We'll be here for a January subathon. Potentially. The only tricky part is that Noah's been selling sponsors on me doing this. But there really aren't any dates now. Like, Madrinas is trying to figure out when they are gonna come, like, play with us. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. How am I not dead? I'm about to be dead! Sorry, I just didn't want that thing to shock me. Holy shit. How'd you guys like to die by your own hand in this game? Just my opinion, I think you work harder than any streamer on the platform. I don't know, man. I've met Co-Carnage. Co-Carnage works pretty fucking hard, man. I don't know about harder than any streamer on the platform. That's a very flattering take. I will spot you. Oh my god. I will spot you that I try to work very hard. I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that it like honestly, if I really just wanted to do it, I would just tell that whole situation to kick rocks. But I am, like I was saying earlier, I am a little bit kind of gummed up about the fact that like I don't have my Epic contract, I don't have my Twitch contract anymore. So suddenly there's $5,000 a month that doesn't show up. So the money doesn't feel like it's, you know, infinite anymore. I'm not going through that just to get gold. So everything's become much more piecemeal. There's no guaranteed money to just show up. Which means it feels like it's almost oh shit, right. You. It's almost more important to like really dial in and get back on that hustle mentality a little bit. If that was the only thing that was bothering me... Nice shots, Ryan. You really got him scared. If that was the only thing that was really bothering me, I think I'd probably be fine and just go. But another thing that's kind of bothering me is that I feel like I've been hemorrhaging money this month. I spent $2,000 on plushies. If Starforged ever comes through, I'll spend $3,500 on a new computer. I'm probably about to spend $2,000 on t-shirts. It's starting to make me think that I should maybe find excuses
this is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Beginning to think that I should start to look for excuses to cut back on expenses, you know? That is an unfortunate name. Psychon, thank you for the gifted sub. I kind of wish it had picked almost anyone else. So, anyway, I don't know. Oh, you did that shit right. That was Twitch's fuck up. Don't get mad at Twitch because it selected a fucking username that shouldn't exist in the first place. You know what I mean? Twitch should be making sure that shit like that doesn't exist. That's not on you. That's not your job at all. Twitch is just an indie company trying to make ends meet in the big world. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I also convinced Amber to let me buy that patio furniture. That patio furniture was like $1,300. It was on sale for almost 60% off. It retailed, if Wayfair is to be believed, it retailed at over $3,000. And I'm happy that I have it, because now that means that I have someplace really comfortable to sit with, like, Noah and Justin. Maybe he spelled roofer wrong? I doubt it. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've been hemorrhaging money. I'm trying to figure out if this is a blessing in disguise to convince me. What does a man have to do to kill you? There we go. I've been trying to figure out if this is a blessing in disguise. In order to keep me from spending cash that I don't need to be spending at the moment. Why? It's a better wand. Oh, hello. Fucked up pretty big time there, my bud. That lip was the only thing keeping you alive. Now, I have no clue what's going on with train wrecks. I'll be honest, I almost never know what's going on. I almost never know what's going on with other big names in the industry until somebody comes here and spills the beans or I see it on live stream fails, but I generally ignore the tippity top of the streaming pyramid, whatever. How have the runs been going so far? They've been kind of punishing today. Oh, is that what someone was talking about earlier? The Twitch competitor that I'm told is owned by a gambling site? I don't know. Twitch is owned by Amazon. That's a pretty gross company. Turns out what he didn't disclose is it's owned and funded by Stake. Dude, listen, if I've learned anything, it's that people and the FTC and the government and consumers and their parents all love it when you keep that shit to yourself. I'm no lawyer, but as I understand it, it's kind of a fun little game that you get to play with the government about what you do and don't say about shit you're involved in, you know? Allegedly, yeah, allegedly it's fucking awesome.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
It's a fun little game you can play. Yeah, the FTC, the IRS, these are all suggestions. These are all suggestive. These are all suggestive, acronyms in the government. Rusty Brazenfire gets a tier 1 sub to Steak and Shake. Man, if I hadn't eaten, Steak and Shake would sound really good right now. But I am filled to the gills with risotto. The source code is ripped from the Twitch leak that happened. They literally took that leaked source code, deployed it as their own, changed the logos, but not all of them. So there are still Twitch logos hidden throughout the site. I fucking love people so much. Oh God, humanity never change. Oh, I adore them. Oh no. Joke to you? Come on. It's gonna take for fucking ever. Not only that, but you can embed your existing Twitch stream on the site, which is which the vast majority of top streamers are doing right now. God damn. Maybe if I come down here and shoot down. I'd find it funny if the argument was that they were streaming on Twitch, it was just on a pirated website. It's basically Twitch. I will say I've had my stream embedded before. I've had my stream embedded by I want to say Hades was embedding me. When I was playing Hades, I would get embedded into websites that, like, on the Hades wiki through no knowledge of my own. Like, I wasn't choosing to do that. But when I was top of category for Hades, back when we were playing Hades and the final release had dropped, I was getting embedded in, like, Hades wiki pages. Oh my god.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Albeit that was, I don't want to say against my will, like it was happening and I was mad about— Ow! Fucker! This guy's gonna single-handedly kill me. I do not have a big gun yet. That sure as shit, isn't it? But it does replace this one. Do I just leave? Maybe I'll just leave. I said I had nothing to deal damage over distance consistently, like over and over and over. Psychon gives a tier 1 sub to trans rights or human rights. There we go. There we go. Finally a Twitch username we can all get behind. I don't want to play Knights of the Old Republic 2. I just want to play Noita. I mean, Knights of the Old Republic 2 is fun. But I want a good Noita run before I stop today. I should buckle down and just build PlatinumDong.com. You're not wrong.